Welcome back to another very special episode of Grim Reaper RC, and we're going to be talking about why Traxxas is possibly better than Losi. And you're probably wondering, why isn't there an RC car right here? So let's go ahead and grab what is going to be number one of the comparison of Traxxas versus Losi. Sorry, but I'm not going to throw this one. That one is a little bit more fragile, but take a look how cool these things look together. This is the 1/7 scale Traxxas UDR with the custom wrap on the outside and on the inside. And taking a look over here, taking a look at the Pro Moto, this thing looks absolutely insane with the custom Fox Racing livery on here, the custom jersey rider figure and everything like that. We do have the Fox Racing Speed livery. I do usually run Supermotos on there and everything like that, and I think it looks so good with the different blues, pinks, and purples. I think it looks absolutely awesome together, and that's why I chose these two to do the quick comparison on. Now, before this clip is actually over, I'm going to throw in a quick section of me doing a few donuts and a quick little drift on a Suron Light BX, just because it kind of fits in with this. And at the time of this filming, it's actually snowing outside. That is why we are inside of the studio. I am filming every single day, so make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on the post notification button. That way you guys get notified whenever I upload a really cool or informational video just like this one. So let's go ahead and get into that quick section clip, and then we'll talk about why Losi or Traxxas is better, and I'll do a quick comparison between the two, and maybe even throw in some clips of some RCs driving. Alright guys, so that is basically it for the updates on the Losi Pro Moto so far. Speaking of multiples of RC cars, take a look at how many WR8s we have over here. It is absolutely insane. We have a bunch of duplicate crawlers up there as well, 2 Trailfinder 2s. Just absolutely insane. The original Optim. And then taking a look over here, this is part of the other wall. We do have another set of Broncos, the Blazer, the 4Runner. We have the MST RMX 2.0. We have the Max Slash, which is absolutely insane. We have the Arma. We have my first Losi, the 1/18 scale desert truck, which actually started this YouTube channel. If you guys go back 10 years ago, you will see this is one of the first cars on my channel. It is the first car on my channel. Then we have a few WL Toys A949s that came next with 70,000 views. Then we have my Bronco, the SCX6. We have my second RC car ever, which is the Traxxas Slash that is getting rebuilt right now because it did kind of get wrecked. And then we have another Optimus Prime. And we still have a bunch of those other Chem Block RCs and the other RC cars that we are working on in this year. We are working on uploading videos every single day in the 2025 season. So make sure you guys subscribe, turn on the post notification button. That way you guys get notified whenever I upload a really cool or informational video just like this one. So let's get back into the comparison. Now that you know that I have Losi, I have Traxxas, I have all these other brands, you know that I'm not brand specific. So let's go head over and talk about a few other RCs. This is just a little storage closet inside of the studio, and you guys can see I do have the Losi 1/10 scale Son of a Digger. This thing is absolutely insane, and it will be even on my YouTube channel more. You guys have probably seen me running it previously, and if I do talk about this in my videos, you know that I do also have it, so I'm not just saying it from watching other people's videos. You know that I'm saying it from my personal perspective. Also, don't forget this is all personal perspective. So getting into my personal opinion, and if you guys would like to know the truth here, I think that this is one of the best RC cars. Actually, let me rephrase that. I think these are both the best RC cars from either company. You guys know that I do have the X-Max. I do have the Losi Mini Desert Truck. I've had a bunch of other Losi RC cars. I've had the Tenacity. I've had the U4 one, which I believe was the Buggy edition. So taking a look between these two RC cars, I think these are the best RCs from each brand. I do have the X-Max. You guys have seen that I have the LMT. I've had a bunch of different other Losi RC cars. I've had the Mini Desert Truck. They have a 1/10 scale desert truck that came out a long time ago, which I do think was groundbreaking at the time. I think it was actually much better than the Rustler that Traxxas had out at in and around the same time period. Now, I do understand and I do get that Traxxas has been around for much, much, much longer, and I do think that is why why they have stuff like this that is super realistic, super scale, and super awesome. I love the way this thing maneuvers. I love the way it handles. It is the most realistic RC that I think anybody has come out with until they came out with the 1/4 scale Pro Moto. Now this thing is absolutely insane. We're going to flip it around here real quick. It does have a realistic chain drive system, which is just absolutely insane. I love how cool it is. I love this little shark fin plastic chain guard that is on here. I do wish they had one on the top. Some dirt bikes do have that, and especially with the Sur-Ron. The Sur-Ron has it on there, and I think it would kind of fit with the electric dirt bike style. I think actually they should come out with a Sur-Ron, even if it's a Storm-B version. I think they should have a Storm-B version of this Losi. I think it just kind of fits with everything going on. They have all of the plastics and everything like that to make it work. Now, I love the way this thing works. It wheelies and everything like that. No RC that Traxxas has is as detailed as this. I mean, yes, it does have the driver figure and everything like that on the inside of the UDR, but when it comes down to what Losi has created here with a full driver scale figure, jerseys, pants, everything like that, they came out with the wheelie bar, a full front disc braking system, and at the time of this filming, they just came out with the 1/4 scale Losi Pro Moto for the Supermoto Street version, which is awesome. It has a front smaller fender fairing, and it has some hand guards, which are absolutely awesome. As you guys can see, I have scratched my driver's hands a few times on the street when I do run my Supermotos. I love how innovative both companies are, and I think honestly both companies get a point for these vehicles. When it comes to pro scale RCs, Traxxas does have the they also have the Raptor R, which we did have on the channel for a short period of time. I did actually get rid of a few videos that didn't do too well last year. I am uploading every single day in the 2025 season, so make sure you guys subscribe and stay tuned for that as well. Now, Losi does have the LMT, which I absolutely love. It is their most realistic monster truck, and if you have to compare it between the X-Max, I think it's tied between the two. It would have to be a point between the two. The X-Max is more, you could send it 30 feet in the air and drive it about 40, 50, 60 miles an hour if you do some upgrades and some belt-driven kits and stuff like that. Where with the Losi LMT, it's much more scale, realistic monster truck actions that you can do with it. And I love the difference between the two. I think it's absolutely awesome, and I think both companies are super innovative, and I truly think that does deserve a point for both of them on each side. So now that we are about in the end of the video, I do have to come to a conclusion to give to you guys so that you can come up with your own conclusion yourselves. We've talked about a few different RCs between the two companies. Now it does stem back to which company has produced the most RC cars. Now truly at the end of the day, I think Traxxas comes out with a bunch of different models, and I think they come out with more RC cars than Losi does. So truly I think that does give the final point to Traxxas, and I think that it really is kind of helpful that Traxxas comes out with a bunch of different RC cars. They have the Max Slash and they have the UDR, which are very similar. Then they have even the Slash 4x4 Ultimate, the 4x4 the regular 4x4, the premium, and they have a few different versions that you can get of the Slash. So it's all down to how many different RCs they can have and they come out with. Now, Losi is coming out with more versions of the RC dirt bikes, and they're probably going to make a motorcycle in the very near future, so that is something to look out for in the very near future, and I do plan on purchasing it whenever they come out with that very, very, very soon, hopefully. Now, with that being said, we are basically at the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notification button. That way you guys get notified whenever I upload a really cool or informational video just like this one, or one where we just talk about some RC cars. I hope you guys enjoyed. We are uploading every single day in the 2025 season, which is really exciting. And I do have a bunch of RC cars and even RC bodies that are for sale on my eBay page. I don't always talk about it. It is something that you guys are going to have to go find. It is linked in the description box down below of some videos, so make sure you guys go check that out. While you're there, you might as well give a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the post notification button, and I will see you all in the very next episode of Grim Reaper RC, which will be tomorrow. It is still snowing. We still do have snow on the ground, so we're probably going to be still inside of the studio talking about some RC stuff. So I will see you all tomorrow.